o'clock in the morning, you're going to remember you should have said something.
If I could bring up one thing that hasn't come up that is specific to the beef industry, beef cattle, particularly processing facilities. I think particularly post-COVID, we all realized that we can use more local processing of our beef products and pork and otherwise as well, I'm sure. And there was an effort, and those of you that are in the state government know more about this than I do, but I do know that there was some grants, some modest grants offered for the upstart of beef processing facilities, one of which was in Madison County. It's a friend of mine. And he secured a $40,000 grant, and there was a press release from the Youngkin administration about trying to get this a USDA certified facility. $40,000, although he would be incredibly grateful, barely buys a walk-in freezer. The startup costs that are related to setting up a processing facility are massive, and then the operations as well. And if there's anything that we could be looking at as state government to further facilitate the upstarts, make it so that you don't have to be a big Goliath player in the processing industry to open a facility. And then we can have more facilities working directly with local farmers. Someone wouldn't have to truck their cattle 6 hours to get to a facility. They're much closer, more of a satellite type, and then to market quicker as well. We need more processing facilities in Virginia.
Excellent. All right, well, that brings us to the conclusion of the topics. And Lieutenant Governor, you have an opportunity for a few closing remarks. And then I believe there is a desire for some pictures and then a hard exit time. And I will defer to staff on that one because they keep giving me those cues. And so, Lieutenant Governor, I hand it off to you to close us out.
Goodness, we just got here. We just started and we haven't really talked, I don't think. We're going to have to schedule more of these. But it's campaign season and everybody wants to talk and so we've got to be everywhere and anywhere. You mentioned the money, and as you know how government works, we've got to figure out a way when we have the money, one side wants this, one side wants that, and so we have to compromise on what we can get and then come back next year and fight for more. So I want to let you know that you did mention the 40,000. So in December 2023, and I promised I would give you some updates on this, we had in the biennium budget, the 2-year budget, $450,000 to support large animal veterinary grant programs. And I know it's not enough money, but it's what we could, I guess, get everybody to agree to at the time. Plus we had money to maintain the blue catfish processing and flash freezing and infrastructure grant, so that we allocated another $250,000 to that. We had, when it comes to conservation sites, just last year in May, we had part of the Clean Water Program. Well, this was about the watershed, of course, and there was millions that we allocated to that. I don't know if you all were able to take advantage of any of the child care funds, the $400 million that we had in the budget. Not sure if it would have helped you at all, but those who might want to come to work for you, if they could find the ability to have somebody who can help them with child care, then we have money for that. I mean, we had so much money, 18% increase in teacher pay, unheard of, because we were losing too many of our teachers. We had money for mental health. We just never had money really to help affect any of that, and we just saw mental health increasing, not just in our young girls, where we had, I believe the number was about at least 150% increase in suicides among girls, and in the boys, we had 100 plus increase in depression, and it's because of that danged social media that we never had. When we were kids, we had TV, and our parents would tell us, turn it off and go outside and play. We can't do that anymore because everybody has one of these. So we're trying to do a great deal with the money, in addition to putting money into our savings accounts. The state has the rainy day fund, the rainy reserve fund. We've put historic levels there that we've not seen before. And so that also helped with our AAA bond rating. So we've still got a lot of work to do, and I could continue, but but man, it's hot in here. So thank you all for coming. This was wonderful, and we will do more of this, absolutely, certainly, as time goes. All right, do I have anything else? Senator, do you want to say anything?
I'm going to stick around and talk to some of you all about something Pete and I are working on for you all. If you want to stay, you're welcome.
All right, thank you all
Yes,
for
we do.
coming. I do appreciate it. Thank you for coming. Government that gets out and engages to learn how to better serve. And if we can get all the farmers to come stand in front of this table right here so we can get a group picture with them, that's going to be the next thing. And then, thank you all.
Yes. And don't forget, we have many boards and many commissions. It doesn't have to be